Hey, hey, hey. How is everybody doing? Let's get this right. How is everybody doing? It's Friday, my friends, and it's your day where I come to you in this community. All right. So, why do I have to write them down? Why do I have to write them down? I can remember them. Why do I have to write them down? Tonight, we're going to be talking about goals. Goals, goals, goals. Why is it important to write them down? And we're gonna, in my research, I came up with a couple of points, and I'm gonna share that with you tonight to pick your brains, because a lot of times we say I can remember them, I got them up here, but then school of thought says when you write them down makes a difference. So for those of you who are going to be joining me live, let me know where you're joining me from. And for those of you who are going to be watching the replay, also let me know where you're watching from, because tonight we're going to talk about goals. Why is it necessary to write those goals down? I'm going to share with you like a couple of tips and get out of your way, because I know it's Friday. You want to go enjoy yourselves. Okay. I hope everybody's doing well though. All right. We had great sunshine today, and it's kind of cool down now. We're in my neck of the woods. All right. For those of you who have not met me before, my name is Yvette Garel, and I come to you live in this community once per week, usually on a Friday, and we talk about anything. I just bring something to inspire you, to educate you, to inform you, all of that and more. Personal development, just something to pick your brains a little bit sometimes. Like tonight, we're going to talk about goals. Why is it said, or science proves, that when you write them down, you're more beneficial? You know, the rewards are better. You're prone to do some things better, and you have more success when you write them down. That's what in my reading I found out. But let's kind of talk a little bit, because all of us, most of us, uh when we were growing up, we'd be like, oh, we go to those classes, or we have those sessions, and they say write your goals down. Yep, we wrote something down, but then what did we do with the paper? Or where did we do with the book? And next time around, I'll say, oh, I remember them. I remember them. But how many of you know that, you might say something today, a sentence, tomorrow, you probably might say the same idea, but in a different way. But if you had written it down, then you'd just be like, just give me 1 second, let me find it, and you'd read the script the same way. That's what I have come to grips with, because we can say the same thing in so many different ways. So many different ways, but we're not going to talk about that tonight. We're talking about goals. Goals. All of us have goals. We have something that we aspire to, our dreams, something that we want to achieve, something that we is near and dear to our heart, and we want to have it come to fruition. We want to have realize those dreams and realize those goals, but we write them down, or do we just have them up in our heads? All right, now let's see what the scientist has to say, huh? Because we know from experience and from educational arena, and in for becoming more matured persons, that when you for remember just for remembering them, just for remembrance, right? When we write them down, the high probability is that we're going to remember them exactly like we want them. Okay, so say last week you wrote down your goals, you can take up your, whether it's in your phone or in your computer or in a spreadsheet, wherever you put it, in some notes, you can go back there and you can see them with the same language, the same words, okay, same frame of reference, and everything that you wanted the same way. Be like, if you didn't write them down, then you wouldn't have anything to go back to and refer to. Nothing to no reference point. You'd be like, man, I know I wanted to do this thing, or I know I thought about this thing, and I know this was black. I just can't remember. I know I wanted to do this thing, and I wanted to color it black. But was it just black, 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 or was it a shade of black, or what was it? But if you had written it down, right? No double checking, no doubt, no, no if, but why. It's right there on paper. And so, just like our goals, because for all of us, our goals are important, very important little milestone that we want to achieve, or as we live, as we grow, for our families, for our children, for ourselves, for others, for our community, for our business, for the ministry. Wherever we have goals, those are milestones, stepping stones, that we want to get to those little by little, step by step. We got to write them down. We have long term and we have short term, right? Some that we can go like this, boom, tomorrow morning we do that. But some take a while, some because the process is longer. It really doesn't matter whether it's short term or long term goals. Goals are goals. And if you really want to be effective and be successful and be efficient, it is suggested that you write those goals down. And we just talk about just remembering them. Just as all of us have busy lives, and something we might know that we need to do this particular thing. We're striving, and we didn't write it down. And we didn't write down our process. We didn't write down our steps. Man, that thing can just go zips. You can be so busy. One distraction, they go zips. We are so busy. So writing it down is essential. So in my research, excuse me, in my research, in the scientific realm, the neuroscience has to do with uh, the brain and the mental part of our body, right? They're saying that writing down your goals, and I want to make any mistakes. So if you see me hold my head down, I got some notes here. I took some notes. Writing down your goals is, they say, just doesn't help you to remember them. It makes your mind more efficient. More efficient, right? By helping you to focus. Wow. To focus on the important stuff. So then, I might, in my little frail self here, I might have three things I want to achieve. One, two, three. I got them up here. Got them up here. Yeah, I want to, I want to ABC. I want to A. I want to B. I want to C. Three things. All right. I know them. Ask me tomorrow morning. I'm going to say, yeah, these three things. Okay. Now, ask me maybe in August. I'm going to say those three things. I'll be like, man, one, two. I just don't remember the third one. I probably remember some parts of it. Man, I remember everything. So it doesn't make, I'm not efficient. I'm not. I'm not efficient. Now, if I had those written down, I pull my phone out, look in my notes, bam, right there. Makes me more efficient, makes me able now to focus. I can say, well, just give me 1 second. Let me check on this right here. And I know this ABC precisely in the language with the words I want to use, on all of that. And I probably put a date on it too, right? And sometimes, when you make your goals, you got a timeline and all of that, the activities that lead up on the timeline. Yeah, you write those down. You can't remember all that in your head, all the details. No, you might remember the overall, but the details that go along with it, write it down. So the neuroscientist says you don't just write it down to remember it. When you write it down, it helps you to be more efficient, to be more focused. Now they're dealing with the little man up here, right? The little mental man up there. Yeah, so they study that. Make you more efficient, make you more focused on the important stuff. When you write it down, you stick it up wherever, in your home, on your mirror, maybe on your dashboard in your car, or wherever, on your computer, and it's right in your face. You'll be like, man, I can't miss it. All over the place. I was listening to this conference one day, and this lady was saying, she stick her goals or whatever she wants to remember, her goals or dreams or desires, not, we talk about vision board, not a vision board now. She has specific things that she wanted to achieve. all those things she want, and she would stick it up everywhere in her house, in her on her dressing table, in the bathroom, every time she turns around, on her bed head, wherever, in her car, on her notepad, on her iPad, on her computer desk, everywhere on the computer. So every time she turns around, that's what is up in her. That get so can you imagine? They say repetition is the mother of invention. That thing, you see it over and over. It's just like sticking you in your face all the time. How can you forget? You can't forget. You cannot forget. You won't forget, because every time you turn around in your home, that's you, because you, that thing is so important. Yeah. You must do whatever you have to do to succeed at that particular thing. So she said, it's everywhere in my home because that's my goal and I'm going after it. Right. So, a second thing that I've learned about writing down your goals is that it is strongly associated with success, goal success, with the ability for you to succeed at achieving those goals. Strongly associated. So these people have done studies upon studies. I can just imagine, with so many different population and populace and all that, so many different types of people, and population wise, they choose and they have samples and all that. They have studies upon studies that tells us that, or recommends to suggest that writing down your goals is more associated with you succeeding at accomplishing those goals. Yes, thank you, Elijah. Yeah, writing down your goals, you are more, the probability is higher at succeeding those goals. They said here it's 1 to 2, or it's between 1.2 to 1.4 times more likely that you will succeed at accomplishing those goals over the person who did not write it down. Wow. That's huge, my friends. That is huge. What am I saying? Why am I bringing this to you tonight? Because I spoke to, or I've been, I talk to a lot of people, and their goals, oh, I want to be able to do this. I would love to do that. I want to achieve, in their heads. Write it down. Have you written it down? No, I got it up here. No, no, no. Write it down, because follow the signs. Yeah, I know we all are capable of remembering stuff. Yeah, all of us. But we also capable of forgetting stuff. But I'm telling you, why you think people write books? Why you think people have all these documentation things on paper? After a while, your memory fails. Your memory will not recover everything that you. So it is good. That's why we recommend journaling. That's all these things. The people don't just we don't just talk about them because we want to talk about them. We're talking about them because of the purpose, of the impact, the reasoning behind all of this. It's all been proven that journaling helps your memory. Yeah. Ask me what happened 15 years ago, maybe, on a given day. Just choose something. How am I going to remember that? Maybe. So if I journaled, I could say, give me 1 second. I'll go find my diary wherever it may be, way down in the bottom of some place, and dust it off, and I could come back and say, well, on this particular day, I was wherever, I was doing this, or this was happening, or whatever. Journal is so key, my friend. So if you're out, I recommend journaling to everybody. Write some stuff down, because your memory, it will fade as you get older, as it's just the natural um, way. It's not like you're not gonna be sharp like you're 25 when you become 95, huh? You're gonna remember some things, but you probably won't remember everything. So if you have it written down, yeah. But tonight we're talking about goals. It's the same principle, same philosophy behind writing it down. So key, huh? So key, yes. And then list the steps to accomplish them. Absolutely. And all them steps, You're gonna mix it up if you just think about everything up in your headspace. And you know what? Like me, I don't want to have to bombard myself with remembering everything all day long. I'm telling you, that's why I got notebooks. I got calendars. I got stuff. I write stuff down because it's so much easier. That's my reference point. I can always go back. And if I talk to someone on the phone, I take out my notebook and I write down. If there's something important for me to remember, date, the name, who did I speak with, what time, all those things. Because I need that for my reference. I'm not going to remember that. That's not a goal, but that maybe will help me later on. If I'm pursuing something, I can remember who I spoke with, what time. You know how things, people don't remember all the time. They said, oh, we don't. No, no, no. I have my point of reference right here, my documentation. Even if you go on the job, they're documented. People, why you think all this documentation and putting this into this and that into, it's all about remember. We will not remember the lines exactly. We will forget at some point in time. Some of us, maybe some of us are still, will remember everything to the T. I don't know. But as memory, memory will fail you. Yeah. Maybe you thought it was black, but it's gray. Yeah. In the dark, it looks like it's black, but it's red, right? Yeah. So we write it down. And so the science, the neuroscience scientists, they recommend you write it down because they say one you are likely, or the probability is higher for you to have success at your goals 1.2 to 1.4 times over the person that didn't write it down. Then the next point I want to make, and which is my last point, you remember things better when you write it down. And we already said that in the beginning. So you will remember things better when you write it down. There's no guessing game going on. There's no, you know what? No doubt. You have it written down. You pull it out. Okay, I have it right here. It was on the 1st of September, 1988. It was at 12:45. You have it written down. I wrote my goal down last year in 2020, huh? 2020 in May, that I was about to enter into the digital network marketing space. And I'm going to give myself at least 3 years to accomplish what I want to accomplish. That's my goal. That was my goal in May of 2020. And I wrote down the steps. Well, how am I going to get this goal accomplished? Yes. What was the first thing I was going to do? I was going to find a mentorship company that would somebody or some persons to mentor me. First of all, I had no idea about this space that I'm wanting to get in. So I need somebody to walk me through this thing, tell me about what I need, some skills, whatever I needed. So I now can get the information. I can wrap my head around it and be like, okay, I've got my steps in place and I have my timeline in place and I'm pursuing that goal. Yeah, I remember that. But I just didn't only remember, I don't remember all the steps, but I remember May of 2020, right in the mid of the pandemic, when I was here and I was like, okay, well, I need to do something to keep my brain, myself active and all of that shenanigan that was going on. And so that was my goal. That I decided, I made a decision then, write down my specific goal. But I didn't just do that. I did some research and realized that that is a space that I wanted to get in for my other, my future career, or, give it a name, right? And I wrote it down and I'm pursuing a goal and all the steps. Your brains can't remember everything. Yeah. Yes, like your brain can't remember everything so much. Have you thought about the over many things you have to remember on a given day? This probably be your assignment. Anybody want to take up the challenge? Take out a clean piece of paper or a booklet or in your computer or on your phone and start from you wake up in the morning and write down all the things that you did from Say you woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Start journal everything you did, and you write it going down the line until eight, whichever time the next day. In a given day, write them all down. Yeah, you feed the dog, you wash the car, you go to the grocery store, you talk to John, talk. Write down all this. It's a lot we do in a given day, and it's a lot to remember. Your brains, your head function gets tired too. Remember, it's an organ, my friends. Gets tired and weary too. Need replenishment. Our cognitive ability sometimes just be like, oh, it's on the last whim. But maybe some sleep, maybe some brain food. When I used to go to college, I said, drink a lot of water. That's your brain food. They said, drink a lot of water. That's your brain food right there. So maybe something, maybe just a little relaxation, maybe just a little away from the hustle and bustle, and just to wind down and get yourself back together, refresh yourself, and get your headspace together. Your cognitive ability, your mental clarity is so important these days. So don't take it for granted that you're going to be holding everything up in your head, in your brain, and it's going to be there when you're ready for it. Share it with someone. Write it, put it on paper. Your goals, but we talk, anything at all. Things you want your children to remember, things you want your family members to, something, it doesn't matter. Share it with someone, put it on paper, because your mental clarity can get a little fuzzy sometimes. What they call it, brain fog, right? Yeah, we can have brain fog sometimes and be like, man, I know that I had, and you just be like beating up on yourself. Write it down. So I just wanted to stop by here tonight to encourage everybody. If you've been making goals and you have not been writing them down, you're not giving yourself the full opportunity to be successful at those goals. Because one, you might not remember everything that you wanted. Number two, you might not have the clarity when you write them down and put the steps, the activity to back it up, all the details. It's on paper, it's right there. You can go back. That's your reference point. I'm telling you, people, it's not like, no, I'm not saying anybody's losing their mind or they're going senile or whatever. I'm just saying we're busy and we'll forget some very important things that we really should remember. And when we'll forget them? When we really need them. Right at that time when you need to produce that information. Be like, man, I just cannot remember. Well, let me share something with you and then I'm going to close. I remember I was writing an examination. This is so funny. This is brain fog, my friends. I was writing an exam once. I think I don't remember which year. See, I don't even remember which year, but I remember this particular thing. And I wrote down, I don't remember if it's Z, there, THERE and THEIR. And I'm going to tell you, I couldn't remember which one to use in the sentence. Now, at the college level, I'm telling you. So you'll have brain fog. And it's not that I didn't know. It's just that for some reason I wrote one down and man, that's not the right one. I wrote the other one and that's not the right one. You see what I'm saying? So clarity, mental clarity. We all can get brain fog, but it's not that we don't know the right thing. Yes, the fog can cover over and just be, because I call it information overload. I call it information overload because, especially when you're studying and you got all that matter up in your head, I'm telling you, it can just like, to me, it's just like muddy. It just get foggy and you just can't pick out the pieces. But I remember that day as clear. Man, I could not put in the right word. Put in the THERE or the THEIR. Yeah. But you know what I did? Let me tell you what I did. I put my pen down and I just put my head down on the desk because I was like, man, I know this thing. I know this thing. I took about a couple of seconds, a couple of minutes. I put my pen that you write your papers. It's not I'm not lucky like you guys, you tick, check box. No, we had to write our papers, like write the paper, answer the question written, right? We not check, we have boxes to check, yes, but things have changed, and thank the Lord, things have changed so that life for all others are now easier. You just check boxes and whatever. Maybe we need to go back to writing out stuff. Maybe that helped. But I remember that day and I was like, no, I know this thing. So what I did, I stopped. I put up stop. I paused, took a couple of minutes and get myself. I was like, no. But yeah, I did get it right in the beginning. But you're right. And I'll be like, oops, no, that's wrong. Oops, no, mental clarity, my friends. It's not that you're not your nothing's wrong with your IQ, but for the split of that moment, just like your goals. You want to make $1 million at the end for 2022, or you want to buy the Mercedes Benz, or you want the house on the hill, or you just want to have some peace of mind, or you just want to help 10 people, or you just want to achieve pass this exam or something, or you just want to grow in your spiritual life, or you just something, write it down, because I'm telling you, distractions, you lose focus and it takes it away. All right, my friends, I will see you next Friday. Thank you so much, my friends, for hopping on. Love you guys. Yes, our brains can't remember everything, absolutely not. Yes, takeaway time is important. Yeah, the away time is important. Yes, absolutely. To the R&R, rest, relaxation. Yes, man, to get yourself together. Yes, Sister Rosemary. Yes, so nice to see you guys on Elijah. Absolutely. We don't pay enough attention to that aspect of our lives, because we talk about we nicely dressed and we get the hair done and the nails done, the face done, and all that good stuff. But the brain got to take care of that too. The mental part of our, and because if you lose that capacity, then I'm gonna let you answer the rest of that. If you lose your capacity, your ability to think and to act and to do, we gotta take care of that. So taking care of it is by not putting it under too much stress. Huh? Yeah. So really empty out some of the things on paper, empty out some of the things in some journal, put it in a file in your computer, empty out so you don't have to be like, man, beat upon yourself and pace the floor and you can't remember and you can't sleep, and you get miserable and you're aggressive and you get angry and everybody around you do you something and no, real relieve yourself of that stress. Yes, that brings on stress. And then somebody, you're going to blame somebody. No, blame yourself. But we talk about that another day. We're not talking about no, write down your goals, my friend, so you can always remember them, make you more efficient, make you more focused, and the probability of you having greater success. I see you next week. Take care of yourself. Have a great weekend. And thank you guys for hopping on. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.